Hey everybody, it's Kathy again with 2 plus 2 news and commentary. I just heard a little news I thought might interest you. It seems that Barack Obama is going to commute the sentence of Chelsea Manning. Um, Chelsea Manning has been in prison for several years. She was the whistleblower that gave us all the info on the Iraq War and what was really going on. She went to prison. She's had a really hard time in prison on espionage charges, I think. And she's had a really rough time, solitary confinement, a suicide attempt, supposedly. And seems as though Obama's going to commute her sentence and she'll be leaving in May, I think is what the story is. Hopefully that's true. And if it is, good for Barack on that one. Um, However, that leaves Julian Assange having to make good on his word that he'll turn himself in if Obama pardons Chelsea Manning. Well, maybe he can get off on a technicality since I don't know if a commutation is the same thing as a pardon, but he did say he would turn himself in to the United States for possible charges of treason if if Obama pardon Chelsea Manning. So it remains to be seen what's going to be done about that. Another little piece of information I wanted to give you. I told you in my previous video that I'm not your typical Republican by a long shot. In fact, I'm a recovering ex-Democrat, and it's been rough seeing as how the Democrats have been acting this election cycle. I'm very ashamed, and I don't want my name associated with Democrats ever again. So that's that. But I do have what I call an Obama phone. Long about 2011, 2012, Obama started giving called SafeLink telephones to elderly and disabled. There's my first one. It's just a small little phone there. Elderly and disabled, so that they'd have a way to call 911 and call for help if they were to fall or something and not be able to get up, or if they got sick, they need to be able to call an ambulance. Good for him on that too. But I was just at the store, and when I went into the store, out on the sidewalk in front of the store, this girl had a tent set up and she's giving away, looked like she was selling phones. So I asked her, I says, is this the Obama phone or what is it? And she said, well, she said, it is. And I said, well, I have one. I said, but it's old. It's about 4 or 5 years old, and I don't get very good reception anymore. And she said, well, we're upgrading. She says, I can get you upgraded. And so I wound up upgrading to this. Can you see that? It's a touch screen. And it does more than the other phone. I could put apps on it and take pictures and maybe go online with it, which I probably won't do. In fact, I don't even know if I'll like it because I don't like these touch phone things. But anyway, you wonder why I'm telling you this. Like I said, I'm not your typical Republican. The thing that I can do is read between the lines, add 2 plus 2, and come out with 4. Look behind things and see what's really going on behind the scenes. And when I look behind the scenes of the Obama and Clinton campaign, dictatorship, and it's not just them, several at the top, very top of the Democratic Party, and, it streams on down through the whole damn party, it seems. But, their agenda is not anything that you or I want to hear or be a part of. They want to bring in globalism. This is about more than just the presidency of the United States. Now, I know I say just the presidency. That's the most powerful man or woman in the world. However, it's a 4-year term, okay? Get to try again in 4 years. If you look at what's going on behind the scenes, if you look at the pushback from the intelligence community, from the news, from the hired disruptors for events, it's already been proven they disrupted Donald Trump's rallies paid to do so. And they're being paid to disrupt Washington and break the law in Washington to stop this inauguration. Another thing, I got an email a little while ago from some organization, and I won't say the person's name that was on the heading, but the heading was capital HRC supporters. And like I said, I used to be Democrat, so I received the email. And I opened it, and the very first words were defy Trump, defy Pence, defy hate. Okay? Those 3 sentences, 2-word sentences. Defy Trump, defy Pence, defy hate. And so, I promptly, I replied. I don't know if it got anywhere, but I replied and I said, excuse me, I said, but you're the hater here. And that's all I said. This is getting out of hand, folks. Somebody very, very powerful has had their plans totally disrupted, turned upside down, stuck down the toilet, flushed, and come out the other end of the sewer pipe by Donald Trump winning the presidency of the United States. I'm telling you, it's coming. It's the globalist. And like I said in my previous video, when you say globalist, go ahead and say anti-Christian. Go ahead and say anti-faith. They don't want you to have faith. The bottom line, they got an agenda. Look up, I'll give you a challenge. Google Agenda 21. Well, now this is 2017. If HRC had gotten into power, maybe Agenda 21 could have taken place in 21. This time, I think they're going to have to move their agenda up a little bit. But never fear, there's also an Agenda 30. Look those up. Google them. You'll see what the plans are for you. Go ahead and let me just give you one little word to ponder while you do that. And that one word to ponder is depopulation. That's D-E, population. What that means is there are few too many of us on this planet right now. Something needs to be done about it because we're ruining it for the people at the very top. So something has to be done. Now, doesn't it? Look, folks, this isn't a joke. This isn't a game. Y'all need to open your eyes, wake up, and I cannot believe that they're still heading emails HRC supporters. For God's sakes, it's time to change that to Democrat supporters. Get Hillary Clinton's name off of there. I am telling you, something is wrong, wrong, wrong. And I don't worry about my food stamps. I get $15 a month. The Republicans, they always try to cut corners and balance the budget, and they're known for being stingy and cutting any way and every way they can, but they have never left anybody hanging out to dry that I know of. There is so much wasteful spending going on in this country today, thanks to HRC and VHO. You wouldn't believe it. The very first thing the Republicans did was shave about $2 trillion a year off of the budget, going for things like, I don't know, counting the feathers on the bald eagle's back and crazy stuff like that. And I'm sure somebody's pockets are getting filled there. Even these celebrities in Hollywood, do you think they're raising Cain for no reason? Their little pocketbooks are filling it too with all the grants and the stipends and all that their bosses have been getting to keep their asses working. It all comes down to the money. But you know what? There's some patriots in this country today, for real. I'm one of them. I worry about my country more than I worry about my pocketbook. I'm going to be all right. I want my country to be okay. I want America back again. And I am not against immigration. I welcome anybody, but I do not welcome criminal illegal aliens. And if they are going to come in this country, take advantage of us, and commit crimes, they need to go. Come on. 2 + 2 = 4. 2 + 2 = 4. Somebody gave me some real good advice not too long ago, And you know what it was? It was simple. It's a simple little phrase, and I try not to forget it, and it is this: keep it simple, stupid.